Welcome to Sovereign with Shannon Saunders. I'll be your host this evening. This is harder than I thought it was going to be. So I just had a little tiny puff just to take the edge off, and I fear I've taken too many edges off. This is perfect. Every time I tell a joke, I'm going to look to Brianna, my sister that's here. She's my producer. Very fancy. I'm just going to look to her for applause and laughter. Okay. Yeah, she's nodding. So we'll hook up with the mic one day when she earns it. She has to earn it here. I'm just kidding. um, yeah, we definitely don't have to earn it here. I think um, that's the model that we're leaving, which is a great segue.
What is your target audience?
Oh, what a good question. I knew this reason I hired her without pay. I think my target audience is women, anybody identifying as a woman, um, that are on the journey to become sovereign and are already sovereign. I know when I was having like my first level up, like talking about like emotional regulation, I was listening to like Brene Brown, like every time I got into the car, she's so accessible. So it was like being around her, what felt like being around her gave me what I couldn't find in my like day-to-day life. Like gave me access to that vibration, like that frequency that she was on. And I hope that that does that for somebody else. But more than that, the selfish reason would be um, I just want to be in that vibration. I'm calling people in to be in the vibration for my next level up. Probably not in that order, but what was the next question?
Can you describe how you are living outside of societal norms? Decentering men, living in tribe, living in flow, not working a 9 to 5, entrepreneur.
um, so, in case that didn't come up, I don't really have to preface it, I suppose. I can just kind of answer the question like a big girl. Yeah, I took way too many edges off. Sheet. That's okay. So yeah, living outside of societal norms. I think. I mean, that is like a deeper story, but I think I'm working on like decentering men. I've like done the first layers, but there's still some stuff that needs to be dug deeper into.
What
And I
is decentering men?
Oh, okay. So decentering men would be, in my words, it's in my experience, is like not making decisions based on like the male opinion, ego, the male gaze, like. And I think many women, that's the whole point of um like the lowly men um epidemic right now, is that women are being like, wait, we can just like live our lives, like we're at a time in history where we have our own money, we have our own resources, if we're lucky enough, if we are lucky enough. um, and those lucky women, oh, I hate the word lucky. Yeah, we all, if it's our path, it's like all, we all have the potential to live like that. I'm not trying to correct myself on this, I just have to like talk, right? But that's like so hard to do because I'm like so used to explaining myself. I guess that's a great piece as well, is like We talked about decentering men, but I got way off track, and now I'm kind of inspired by this. So we're going with this. Welcome to my show. Oh god, now I lost it again. Uh, oh my god, where did my brain leave off? We talked about decentering men, and then I was like, lonely men epidemic.
And women who are going on their own track.
Well, women are on their own track. Well, we're moving on.
Living in tribe.
Yes. So living in tribe and decentering men. I have a really great friend. Her name's Mia. She's coming on September 15th, and we're going to have a chat specifically about this. So I will leave it to her. She has some ideas that resonate with filling in the gaps on the like decentering men topic. You look like you're moving. You Gucci? Okay. I also, yeah,
All right.
am
Living in flow.
living in flow. Is this still part of the first question?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're really okay. We're not explaining anything, but yeah, I guess living in flow is that living kind of day to day life, which is yeah, living day to day life based on how you feel in your body. So making decisions from how you feel in any given situation. Leave the party when you're uncomfortable. Like leave the party when you're just not feeling it, when you're not having fun. Um, and you know, if you're fucking exhausted, rest. If you want to be like rejuvenated, fucking rejuvenate yourself. Like that's living in flow, not just doing things because we should be doing things like oh, okay, stutter McMaster flex. But living in flow would be like for me, it would be yeah, listening to my body and like turning your head for every inspiration and following that as far as you can. I don't know. We're gonna have to edit the shit out of this because this is not one coherent thought here. No.
The last part is not working 9 to 5 and also entrepreneur.
Um, yeah, we'll just skip over that. What's the next piece?
What are some of the most impactful decisions you've made in your life?
Oh, this is a good question. Like the most impactful decisions in my life. They are. I wrote them all down. I mean, as many as I could think of because like memory loss. Um, but writing them all down is like wild to see it. And I remember doing that when I was younger, and there was only like maybe four, and now there's like at least nine, maybe more. Um, it's just, I mean, that obviously makes sense because I was like younger and now I'm older, but I think it also, I think I can look at those decisions and see the strength. No, not the strength, and see like the power in making those decisions. Um, where it didn't seem like that at that time, but like not looking back, I'm like, if I had the knowledge I have now, that's not the thought I want. I think a lot of us, and I have gone through most of my life on like autopilot and kind of like taking the easiest and safest route, which absolutely that's staying safe. So that's valid. And it's like, I've done it and people are doing it, and no judgment is what I'm trying to say. But I think in some of the recent decisions I made, like big pivotal decisions, I think I kind of knew at that time. No, I did know at that time that like these decisions were life changing.
just in brackets, there's leaving a relationship that no longer serves.
Oh,
So
these
that's
are
what I
great
did.
examples. You're doing a great job. We're doing a great job. Yeah, leaving relationships. Um, yeah, oh, this is a big topic, but um, yeah, I think I like this topic though. I feel like quite a few women can relate, and I know if I heard this story when I was going through it, I would have, that would be the frequency I needed. Not that I needed, the frequency that I could have benefited from. Yeah, trying to think of a better word. Um, but yes, so I left like a 25-year long relationship when it was like the best it ever had gotten. It was the best of the best. We achieved everything we wanted, and and there was just so much like safety and security in that, and I'm so grateful that he provided that for us and we provided that together. Yeah, I think it gave me what I needed to, I know it gave me what I needed to make the decisions I made for our family, myself. So I just I'm going off on a tangent, but I think I've never had like the opportunity to tell him that, and like I hold like a lot of like disregard for men in general, as the climate um, gets more aggressive. Um, but yeah, so I think it's important to say like leaving a relationship that no longer served me. We were, the way I look at it as like I was just on a diving board of change and growth, and he was not interested. Rightfully so. He's he's comfortable, and he's comfortable with that. But I was like burning with change, and I couldn't understand why him and other people aren't like also have the same fire like under them to just like reach for more understanding of yourself. And that's funny, it's not reach, it's like to dig back down, like to dig inside of ourselves and to um find out everything you can. Another tangent we've gone on, by we, I mean me. um yeah, leaving that relationship at the height of its goodness, like that was a huge leap of faith. Like I was out the door, I was like, I had an apartment within like 3 weeks, and this relationship, like before we had kids, we were on and off, and I couldn't like, it was like he was like my rock, and I felt like being with him like took a lot of decision work. Hmm. Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. It took, I mean, those will understand. Like I willingly gave him like my feminine power for him to like lead us and take care of us. And oh, but it just wasn't the right man. Oh, I'm so cute. This is the first time I've kind of made that connection, that I was like, that's what I was doing. I thought I was just like doing it out of like survival, but no, I just wanted to like live in my feminine and like have a masculine lead me. 25 years plus, we circle back. But it felt like, I was, I mean, I think two things can be true at once. Actually, we'll go with that. Absolutely. It's both of those things, but I never really noticed that aspect before. So, yeah, it took a lot of decision work out. It limited this big ass scary world, it limited my options. And that's what I wanted. I was terrified of my power. Like I can look back and see it then. And I didn't have the skills to like lead myself. Yeah. And I think a lot of women, I assume, fall into this. Hello? Fall into this structure, pattern. Is that the right word? In this pattern? Yeah. Yeah. So I think that would be kind of relatable. But I think the work I did leading up to that relationship break on myself was the thing. Like, I want to toot my horn that I did the hard work and I had the determination and the will to live the life that I was meant to live. So everything I'm saying is like I don't want to like insult anybody by saying, but I think it's okay that we celebrate our wins. I think it's just always in like comparison to other women. That's the discenering place. There's a centering part as well. Discentering men, like that's the other piece is that like we always women tend to be in like unconscious and sometimes conscious competition with other women. I think that's not a new concept, but I think that's part of decentering men. And yeah, so I think that's maybe why when I'm saying stuff, I don't want to I don't want them to be insulted, but I suppose if you've done the work, you would see that that's me tooting my own horn is not stepping down or what's it called, punching down on other women. Yeah. Yeah. I was just going to, yeah. And we're moving on.
This one is moving to a new country, but I'm to add moving to a new area.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's not for me. I did do that's actually how I met Mia. I did leave. Oh my God, this is a bigger topic. So when it's almost like I don't want to talk about myself, huh? Which is weird for starting a podcast. Um, I also then, after I left this relationship and had the most like peaceful existence known for about like a year and a half, um, I was just like, yeah, it was just great. It felt a little bit like my reward, but I know that was just like a resting place. And then I proceeded to blow up my life and quit my job with no backup plan. And the father of my kids, 25-year relationship, he has graciously taken the kids full time. Um, and it's like really uncomfortable for me to talk about because of the all the things. And luckily, again, I get to see them like every day, and I feel like we're more deeply connected, and I'm able to like support them from a place of sovereignty and teach them how to do the same. Now, it's not all fucking roses, but it's fucking the beginning of framework of sovereignty for them. Yeah. So the question was, yeah, taking a huge leap of faith. And then that's, again, that's how I met Mia is that um, I was like drawn to, I think I always knew the next step would be like a business, like an entrepreneurship. And I think I know I was in like a really spiritual headspace at that time. And it was like, it felt like that was like what I was being called to do, was to go meet these women that I had connected with online. Ooh, that sounds like a human trafficking incident waiting to happen, but luckily it wasn't that. And I'm here. um, yeah. So this lovely woman, like opened her home to me, and she's just like the deepest, loving soul I've ever met in my life, and I can't say enough good things about this woman. Like she's put here on this planet to do so much good. And I can see that. She sees that. Like, she knows that. And it's like, it's always the people that are given the most struggles that are here to make the biggest impact. But yeah, she like taught me unconditional love, which was like something that people talk about, and but like to really feel it, she's just like such a pure soul. And again, like being in her energy was fucking magical. Like we were having like ego deaths, um we were like rooting out the oldest patterns. I have like It was just like every day was just like a release of something that we were breaking. And it was like a pressure cooker of a situation. It was just like, she has two beautiful boys, and they're also like, one of them is autistic, the other one is neurotypical, and they're just like also pure souls. Like, what was that? Do we have a pure soul here? There's just like, we're in a garage, as you can see, and there's like an attic space, and we just heard like a big bang coming from it. It's a ghost. It's a Mario. It's me, Mario. Yeah. So, um, yeah, let's go next. But yeah, love her. So she'll be on. She has to talk about all kinds of good things.
Leaving a friend group.
Oh, yeah, leaving friend groups.
It's sometimes harder than leaving your partner.
Yeah. Well, especially if there's no replacement,
Yeah.
right? Same with leaving your partner. It's harder leaving a partner if there's no replacement. But yeah. So yeah, leaving friend groups. Yeah, when I took that huge leap of faith, like quitting my job and like quitting my job and going to stay with like a friend and with Mia in Montreal, like that was a decision that I feel like I took as a sovereign human. And I think the friend group I had in my life, um, they were already like not supportive of like anything spiritual that I was talking about. And like, there weren't weird concepts. I wasn't like fucking praying every day to Jesus, like on my knees. It was just like random spiritual concepts. And it's just like, they weren't supportive of that. They're sure as shit not going to support me in this fucking huge, drastic life change and leap of faith. And it's like, I also felt like at the time they're like draining my like fucking energy. And you know what I mean by energy? Like, I needed my energy to do the things that I was doing and making the big changes I needed. And it's like, I hope to do it better in the future because I did not handle those well. Um, Yeah, it was like cold turkey. And it was like, I think I let my anger lead that. Um, I know I let my anger of not having that support system and of any capacity. Um, and I think I handled that with anger instead of with love. I have since learned to leave a relationship with love. And that was also a huge, a huge, like it was like out of a movie. So again, unfortunately, more than unfortunately, that you have to leave like, what is it called? I want to say zombies along the way or like dead bodies along the way. That's not nice. Casualties, that's the word. You have to leave. No, casualties of relationships. Yeah, yeah, I think that sounds right. Yeah, I think with every relationship, there's a casualty. It's like an end of a energetic connection. It's a death. So yeah, casualty. Unfortunately, there is casualties in growth. Hmm. Let's take a quick pause. If anybody's still watching, let's take a quick pause and just take a little deep breath. I was gonna prompt people at home. Oh no, she's getting scoliosis. I think maybe when you talk, I'll just have to give you the mic, like I'm on a talk show. Yeah,
Or just repeat what I say.
she said, or just repeat what I say. I'm doing so good already. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna take a nice little deep breath. I don't know. Oh, you don't like breathing. I just threw you out on a limb. I did a breathwork class, and it was an hour of breathwork, and I literally was like, "Oh my god!" I like literally told the teacher about you. Afterwards, she was like, she came over or whatever, and we got to talk, and I was just like complimenting her, and I was actually at Aura. Oh no, it's not called Aura anymore. It is. Oh, we'll link it in the show notes. um, oh, that's gonna bug me. They just rebrand it, and it's such a beautiful name. We'll link it in the show notes. But anyway, lots of great, like the space that Brittany Firth has is just like downtown Halifax. It's like an original building before the Halifax explosion, and she has like oh, I don't know what it's called, but it's basically like a frequency machine. It has like 4 screens on it, and it like is like downloading and uploading like frequencies, and it's just like that space is literally a womb space. Like you go into it, and it's like you feel like you're. I mean, not every situation, but when you're prompted, like she has, like they have like meditative classes there, they have breathwork classes, they have yoga classes, and there's treatments from Brittany. I think there's another osteopath there too, um, for osteopath. Um, anyway, it's an amazing, like, beautiful space. But how did we get onto that? How did I get onto that?
Told her about me and my fear.
Right. Okay. I told her about my sister's fear of breathing. And now I'm telling you, is that okay? Yeah. Maybe I should have got you to fill out a form. Is there anything you don't want to talk about? We'll talk about it later. But actually, we should edit. We'll edit it out. Is there anything you don't want to talk about? No. Oh, cool. She said no, she's an open book. So when Brianna was 3, she first had no. Just kidding. This next portion of the episode will be done standing up, just so that my outfit can be appreciated. All right.
All right. What generational patterns have you broken?
Oh, I should also point out that we just had cheese and crackers and dried blueberries. Fridge dried blueberries. They were just like old. Super delish. Anyway, what generational patterns have I broken? I think my first like instinct is to be like, well, I haven't broken them all. Like I haven't broken them completely. They're just, it all comes in layers, or it's all done in layers. And yeah, that's true, but I think maybe for the patterns it's different.
Addictions, unhealthy attachments, narcissism,
Mm,
people pleasing.
yeah, I think a people pleasing I think is like an ongoing. Well, not for everybody. For me, I feel like it's done in layers, obviously. Um, but yeah, I've stopped like people pleasing. That being said, there's definitely always some like deep seated layers that are, and maybe patterns that are still running unconsciously. But yeah, people pleasing, that's a big one. That was one of the first things. The other thing is like martyrdom. I think that's like a pattern that a lot of moms, especially moms that kind of got like, kind of fell into the situation I was in. Like, yeah, I think martyrdom is like a very common pattern. So it's basically like, it's been in my experience that it's like the mom actually becomes like the narcissist or runs narcissistic patterns and programming on like their kids, and like basically is like, woe is me. I mean, there's more to that, but maybe I'll have someone on that can speak to that. But I guess for martyrdom, I just started putting myself first, and that whole like fill your own bucket first. And then I think martyrdom, I don't think I actually specifically worked on that. I think that naturally, like healing myself, like doing it organically, that it like nipped that in the bud. Nip that in the butt.
Nip it in the bud.
No, that's not actually. Oh, it's nipped it.
Nip it in the bud.
Is it nip it in the bud?
Yeah.
I thought it was something else. Clip it in the bud. No, nip it in the butt. Bud. Okay, let's edit that out. Okay, maybe we just edit that out. Yeah, martyrdom. I think martyrdom's like a symptom of like an unhealed mom. Moving on, because I think I need to think more about that topic. Addictions. Hmm, that's a tricky one. I think addictions come in all forms, and I feel like I've been able to. If addictions are like comforting, oh, I don't even want to talk. Let's just cut that whole part out. I don't want to talk about addictions.
Unhealthy attachments.
I don't want to talk about addictions because like food addiction's a thing.
Oh, girl, I know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. Like I'm doing better, but like I'm still like, I'm doing much better. Like I'm eating like to fuel my body. And but yeah, so addictions. Maybe we'll skip that piece.
Unhealthy attachments.
Unhealthy attachments, yeah. I mean that goes along with like the leaving the 25-year relationship, leaving the kind of like distancing yourself away from unhealthy attachments. So that means like attachment styles too. So yeah, attachment styles, that's something I'm kind of like clearing. Um like I did the first layering. I mean, I think what I went to is like codependent in like an unhealthy relationship. And then I went to like hyper independence, and then I'm trying to like find my way into like a healthy codependent relationship. Um and codependent because I think that word has been um misconstrued. Like humans were meant to be codependent and like living in tribe and living in community. Um and living like with extended families, like and tribe as in like with friends, like community that like lives together to like support each other's needs and like lift each other up and like physically, financially, everything. especially in this world. That's like obviously another like passion um, point for me. Um, what was the other thing?
Narcissism?
Narcissism. Oof. I think in my journey I've come like I was like my first like spiritual awakening. It would be like on the like discovery of all the patterns and seeing like all of the structures. Oh, what am I thinking of? Like my eyes were just like peeled back, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And then I like was like, "Oh, I am like." Because of awareness, I'm like, oh my God, I am healing. I'm healing. And then, like, the real healing work was beginning. And I was healing and healing and healing and healing. And then after that hump, I was like, oh my God, I know nothing. Whereas before I was like, oh my God, shouting from the rooftop, like, this is what you should be doing, blah, 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 blah. Like, if it's helping me, it's going to help somebody. I have to let people know. And then I came again full circle to be like, fucking don't listen to me at all. Just fucking live your own life. Like, it's your journey. Like, I don't want any part of it. Like, you are going to find what you need to find in your timing. And I think that's good. But I think now I'm like almost, I think I almost went a little toxic with that because I'm like, I think I shut a lot of relationships down because of that. Hmm. But now I'm back on the like, now I've come full circle again. And it's like, I know some shit. And like, I want to know some more shit. And so now I want to share all the shit. I just want to share my vibrancy, my frequency with others. And most and really selfishly, like I said at the beginning, was like I just want to vibe in other like high vibing people's vibe. You know what I mean? Frequency. Um, is that pretty much it?
I have my own question.
Oh, Brianna has a question. I'm gonna give her the mic.
Okay. What advice do you have for anyone who's either starting this journey or thinking about starting this journey that you're on?
Um, like, oh God, general advice.
Yeah.
General advice, I think, would be well. First of all, I don't think those people are actually listening. I think intentionally, I'm calling in like people that are on the same frequency because I want to not have to like explain myself. I just want to like express and like which is annoying because like I'm all about accessibility. But if I had to give because I have written a book as well about this, but ADHD and it didn't get published. So I think the first thing would be look, my like throat chakra is like acting up. So I guess it's probably important. First thing. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me just, I'll have a little sip. I would say the very first thing would be find your joy in every moment. Like find something that like lights you up and maybe not even lights you up, maybe just brings you peace. For me, I thought about all the things and I was like, when have I ever felt like peace and just like contentment? Like, and what was I doing? And it was like really, 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 really hard to think of something. But luckily, I realized that I like that times that I felt like peaceful and like grateful was like when I was specifically like in the sun or looking at a fire, and if I was like reading a book and like it's like there's like a cool breeze and like in the sun, and it's fall time now, so that's really exciting. Um, and like I read like dirty romance. So like it's not like I'm reading self-help books in the sun, but at this point, I mean I did read some and I do read some now. But at this point, I was reading just like dirty smut. Um and still do. I don't know if I mentioned that.
As you should.
As I should. And so yeah, that would be my advice. So I finally figured out that's what brought me like my body happiness and joy and like on our one small life. Fucking do it as much as possible. Like especially anytime you catch yourself saying, "Oh, I should do this. I should throw in a lottery. I should do this. I should grab like the dishes. I should do this. I should that." No, fucking, especially in like a neurodivergent brain, fucking grab your joy first thing and fucking do it as long as you can, and then do all the other shit. Like, obviously, if it's like pick up your kids from school, like that probably takes precedence. But everything else, like, fuck it. And it also like fucking fills your bucket so that you can do that stuff, like, or that you even want to have like the will to live. Because for me, doing that kind of stuff like dishes and laundry and like stuff that I have no interest in is like really hard to do. Executive function. Bing. Um, yeah, find your joy. That would be my first advice, and then there's more, but that would be like the first thing. Yeah, I'm also like big on like everything happens for a reason, and like find the lesson in that, and we're always in the exact right spot at the exact right time in our lives. Like we're exactly where we're supposed to be doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. And what are my other things? What are my other values, Brandon? Tell me my other values.
Oh.
I know. Um, well, anyway, those are my two huge things. Um, and yeah, so yeah, everything's happening at the exact right time, and like that's all I have for that. But now I'm thinking of something to end this with. Maybe a nice dance, a nice, a nice shuffle. Oh, oh. Should I read out like the podcast like invite that I send to people? Basically, does it give you like an idea of what this kind of podcast is about? Okay. So when I have like guests on the podcast, I like to send them like a Google Doc invite, and it has like some main questions on it. Oh, the Google Doc invite, and it has some main questions on it. um, so basically, I want to know how my guests are, how they would describe some of the most impactful decisions they've made in their lives, and what generational patterns that they've broken, any passion projects that they're working on, or anything, any passions that they want to talk on. And of course, oh, I missed the first one. Can you describe how you're living outside of social norms? And then the last thing, of course, is there anything you don't want to touch on? So I think that's important. And so far, I've gotten some like really thoughtful answers. And one answer from Brianna that wasn't so thoughtful. I think she might have had a little bit of a buzz. I should have known better. I sent it on a Friday night. But yeah, so that's kind of the vibe. I think I'd like to do like an intro of like what sovereign means, but that's again, people that I want to be watching, they're already going to know what it is. But maybe just like sovereign and then saying what it means, like a short one. Um, my friend Aster is going to put together like intro music for the podcast. I sent her the invite and I was like, tell me what my vibes are. She has a really good knack for music. I was going through like my throat chakra is like acting up. I don't know if you can tell, but like I can feel like it's like, oh my God. But I was going through it yesterday, and she like gave me two playlists, and I was like, this is exactly what I needed to move through this energy. It was nice. I feel like that was like a spiritual gift. That was take two. Oh, it's funny. We just leave it like that. All right. I feel complete. I know a podcaster that I follow that she says at the end she feels complete. Thank you. That's it. I feel complete.